what is it like to be a professor with a strong industry engagement? Today, we are here with Professor Hiram Ting. Hello, Hiram, how are you?
Hi, Park. I'm doing well.
Thank you so
Thank
much for your
you.
time. So first of all, like what do you do for community or industry engagement?
Yeah, I have been a long advocate for um, converging knowledge between academia and industry. And we have so much to learn from the theoretical, conceptual aspects. At the same time, we have equally so much to learn from the industry, from the community. So for me, it has been a rewarding experience to learn from both academia and industry, including community. And I really see that not only we can learn so much from one another, we can actually converge all these ideas, resources together in order to make a greater impact on knowledge and the society at large.
Wow, that's really good. And I think you bring a very good point in terms of bridging the gap of the knowledge from the theory into apply to the industry. How do you first start doing this, exploring this part?
Well, it did not happen in a pleasant way. For a long time, I was in academia, but many years ago, when I started attending an industry conference, even though the conference was on a topic which I'm familiar with, but when I listened to their speeches, when I talked to the people, the delegates, I was at lost. So that's where I felt that there's a lot we need to learn, unlearn, and relearn. At the end of the day, whatever research we do, it has to be of use, of value to the society, community concerned.
Yes, yes.
So
And it's
that's
not just,
what really triggered
yes.
my interest, my determination to learn more from the industry, from the community side.
Okay. You have made a good point in terms of the knowledge should not just stop in the book and then not apply to the real world. Now, I have seen a lot of your trip in factory, in a farm, talk to industry. How do you carry the knowledge that you may have from your team or from the academic and apply to the industry?
Well, one basic thing that I did or I do is to talk to them. So yes, we have a lot of things to do in research, in publication, in teaching, admin work, so on and so forth. But I make sure I dedicate, a portion of time to mix with the industry people. So when you spend more time with them, when you talk to them, you learn more. And you begin to see, there are areas where we can do better in research or how research can be utilized to inform practice. So it's not really about who being superior. It's really about how we can make good use of all these resources. So talking to them is a key. It doesn't need a big, it doesn't take, something huge to change. Just talk to them and we will learn a lot from them.
Yes. Do you have a tips in terms of how do you connect to the industry?
This is what I always tell my team, my students. When we talk to them, it's important to earn the right for them to trust us and to share things with us. So usually I like to spend time with them in a casual way first, rather than going to the industry community, telling them that this is my project and therefore I need your collaboration, you need to work with us. Spend time talking to them and listening to their voices, their concerns. When trust and respect is built, it makes everything easy.
Mm.
It makes every conversation easy, and they are comfortable to tell us what they have in mind. At the same time, they are more open to our inputs, how research could be of use to them.
Yes, yes. I think you made a good point in terms of understanding what's keep them awake at night. Like what is a problem that they are facing so that you can, go and support and help and or explore in some sense there. And also in terms of building long-term trust and relationship with, say, industry partner.
Yeah.
Is there any, if you touch in terms of the pro and con when you work with the industry, could you please briefly mention about the pro and con of it?
Well, like what you said earlier, there is always a perception that theory may not work. And what we are doing for research, for publication, may not be of value to the industry side to practice. I tend to disagree, but at the same time, I know where they come from. So it's really about communication. And for us who are, into research, how can we make the first step, to get out from our comfort zone, to talk to them, to show them what we can do together, and to communicate with them in a more effective way. So that could be the one of the obstacles. And for professors, researchers, academics, we join academic conferences. I'm not saying all, but predominantly we do that. It could partly due to the fact that it is related to our KPI, our promotion. Maybe we need to look into all this, how we can create an atmosphere where attending professional industrial conferences, events are as important, and how they, all this would contribute to their tenure, their promotion. So this is a big topic, how we encourage academics to do more with the industry, with the community. Pro and con, it really depends. I see this as opportunities to bridge gaps, to do more, and to work together with them and show that things can be done, and it actually makes a greater impact on the outcome, the output.
Thank you. And I think you have made a very good point in terms of the opportunity to bridge the gap there. Now, my last question, more like an observation, like have you, I understand that you have organized some event that you bring the industry to university or some social function and event. Could you please tell us more about those things?
Yeah, one of the events is called International Conference on Responsible Tourism and Hospitality. So this is not a pure academic event, rather it is a professional come academic event. And this is where we invite government officials, academics, researchers, students, professionals, practitioners, community members to join. So it is a platform where we exchange ideas, we share our resources, and we foster effective communication and collaborations. For example, this year, the conference will be in Sarawak, where I am at the moment. Apart from paper presenting session, which we see in every academic conference, we also have sessions on storytelling. So we encourage practitioners to submit their stories. Basically, it is about their best practices, success stories, failure stories, lesson learned, so they can present their stories to delegates. At the end of the presentation, what we hope to achieve is that delegates begin to communicate and they begin to identify themselves. To this particular case, that particular story, and they build partnership from there. So this is one thing that we do. At the same time, we organize some excursion activities to walk the talk. If we talk about responsible tourism in the ballroom, then in the afternoon, we will practice responsible tourism with all the delegates. It could be with the community members, it could be with minorities. This year, our tourism theme is on peace. So we may do something to demonstrate that tourism is for peace.
Very interesting. And then I think something that you're doing is really, really good. If anyone who are listening to this and want to contact Professor Hiram Ting, you can contact me and then I can pass on to you as well. All right. So this is what is it like to be a professor with strong engagement in the industry from Professor Hiram Ting. Thank you so much, Hiram, for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you, Park. My pleasure.